Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. You ever meet someone and instantly feel like something's off? They're smiling, saying all the right things, and yet, your gut tightens. You can't explain why, but you feel it. That, right there, is your brain doing exactly what it's built to do: scan for truth. Not in what people say, but in what they do, their face, their eyes, their body, their energy. The most powerful people in the room aren't the ones talking the most, they're the ones watching, noticing. And today, I want to flip the switch for you. Because once you know what to look for, you stop guessing people's intentions. You start knowing them. Most people live at the surface level. We hear words and take them at face value. But human beings are leaking information constantly. In micro expressions that flash across the face in half a second. In how long they hold eye contact. In where their feet point. In how their energy shifts when the topic changes. You want to know what someone really feels? Stop listening so much. Start observing. The truth shows up in the first second, and most of us are too busy being polite or distracted to catch it. Someone's face tells the story before their mouth ever does. There's this thing called a micro-expression, tiny, involuntary facial movements that last just a fraction of a second. They're impossible to fake, and almost impossible to control. If someone feels disgust, or fear, or contempt, you'll see it flicker across their face before they reset. And you'll think, wait, did I just see that? Yes, you did. That moment, before they smile, before they speak, that was the truth. You've seen it before. You just didn't know what to call it. You asked your friend if she's okay and she says, "I'm fine," but before the words come out, you see her lips twitch or her eyebrows pull together, and you know she's not. That's not drama. That's your intuition reading reality in real time. Now let's talk about eyes. People love to say, "I'm a good liar." No, you're not. Because your nervous system gives you away. If someone locks eyes with you and doesn't blink, it feels like they're staring through you. That's not connection, that's control. Real eye contact flows. It has rhythm. You make contact, you glance away, then come back. It breathes. When it becomes a performance, locked eyes, no movement, forced intensity, that's not presence, that's a mask. And you can feel it. It's uncomfortable. You know when someone's truly with you, and when they're playing a part. Now here's something nobody talks about. Watch people's feet. Seriously. When someone's really engaged, their body, including their feet, faces you. But if their face is toward you and their feet are angled toward the door, they've already left the conversation mentally. The feet are honest. They move toward what we want and away from what we don't. It's subtle, but once you notice it, you can't unsee it. You'll be in a room and suddenly realize, he wants out, she's not listening, they're checking out. All from a pair of shoes. You ever say something and someone just freezes? Their face goes blank, their hands stop moving, their whole body just goes still. That freeze response isn't normal. It's not just awkwardness. It's your brain going into survival mode. Fight, flight, or freeze. When someone stops moving completely, they're processing threat. They might be hiding something. They might feel exposed. Whatever it is, it matters. Watch for the freeze. Then rewind the moment. What triggered it? That's where the story is. And please, don't be fooled by smiles. A real smile lifts the cheeks and crinkles the eyes. It creates little lines we all try to Botox away. If the eyes don't move, it's not a smile. It's a mask. Polite, rehearsed, strategic. People can train their mouths. They can't fake joy in their eyes. That's where the real emotion lives. When someone smiles and it doesn't reach their eyes, believe the eyes. That's where the intention leaks out. Here's something powerful. Watch for mismatches. Someone says, "I'm so excited about this," and their head shakes no. Or they say, "I'm not mad," but their jaw is clenched and they're leaning away. The words say one thing. The body says another. That mismatch is your cue. Don't ignore it. People tell you what you want to hear all day long. The body tells you what's real. If the message and the movement don't match, trust the movement every single time. The final piece, and maybe the most important, people reveal who they are when they think you're not watching. You want to know who someone really is? Watch how they treat people they don't need to impress. The barista, the assistant, the person holding the door. Watch what they do when the meeting ends and the power dynamics shift. Watch their posture when you walk away. That's the truth, not the performance, not the voice they use when they're on. The quiet moments, that's the real them. You don't need to be a behavioral expert to see this stuff. You already know it. You've always known it. You've felt it in your gut, and you've talked yourself out of it. Stop doing that. Start trusting what you see. And if something doesn't feel right, it's not. You're not paranoid. You're perceptive. You just forgot how to listen to your instincts. We all have that radar. It's ancient. It's sharp. But it only works when you're present. Put down your phone. Lift your head. Start noticing. You'll start seeing who people really are. And just as important, you'll start seeing who you are. Because all of this works both ways. You're leaking information, too. Every time you say yes when you want to say no. Every time your mouth smiles and your body shrinks. Every time you say, I'm fine, when you're not. Your body is speaking. Your energy is speaking. Your truth is speaking. Are you brave enough to hear it? Stop performing. Start aligning. Show up in a way that your body agrees with. That your words match. That your presence supports. Because when you do, people will feel it. They'll trust you without knowing why. And you'll stop chasing validation, because you'll already feel congruent. This isn't about judging people. It's about understanding them, understanding yourself. It's about learning to tune in instead of tune out. Because life is constantly showing you the truth. In faces, in voices, in posture, in movement. You just have to slow down enough to see it. Once you do, everything changes. Let's talk about something most people completely overlook when they're trying to figure someone out, the voice. Not just what someone says, but how they say it. Because when it comes to revealing true intention, the voice is one of the most honest liars we have. Here's the deal. Under pressure, your voice changes. It's physiological. When a person is nervous, anxious, or feels like they're being cornered, the muscles in the throat constrict. The body tightens. And what happens? The pitch of the voice goes up, even if just slightly. It becomes a little tighter, a little faster, and sometimes it even cracks. You've heard it before. Someone is answering a question in a meeting or responding to a confrontation and suddenly their voice goes up half a note, or they start talking more quickly than before. That's not a coincidence. That's their nervous system reacting in real time. And that spike in pitch. That's a red flag, not always because they're lying, but because something is making them uncomfortable. And discomfort is data. It's not just about lies. It could be fear, embarrassment, guilt, or simply the fear of being judged. But here's what you want to watch for: a shift. If someone is talking with a steady tone, confident and relaxed, and suddenly their voice ticks higher or speeds up when you ask a specific question or touch on a certain topic, boom. That's your moment. That change is where the truth is hiding. The reverse is true too. When someone wants to sound in control, they may consciously lower their voice, but if it's fake, you'll often hear tension in it. It'll sound forced, shallow, or overly deliberate. Because you can control your words, but your tone often slips out before your brain has a chance to edit. The key is to stop just listening to content and start listening to delivery. Where does the voice rise? Where does it falter? Where does it speed up, slow down, tighten, crack, or shift? People reveal so much more through their tone than they ever do through their statements. If you want to know what someone's really feeling, listen for the pitch, not just the pitch they're selling.